What's good, man? Y'all already know what it is. You dig what I'm saying? I am the one and only impeccable Highstrung of Fly Zone, and you are behind the scenes of 210 Cypher.
First, I gotta ask, how did you come up with your rap name?
Highstrung was actually given to me I'm from Killeen, Texas, so it was actually given to me by neighborhood friends, you know what I'm saying? They say that highstrung, when you're too high-strung about something, you're too confident about it, you know what I mean? So for me, when it came to hip-hop, music, and stuff like that, when people would say things that weren't really facts, I always felt like to get into that discussion, to be high-strung about it and be all up in their face about it, like, hey man, y'all talking, but y'all not talking the facts. So
Yeah,
that was
like,
big
get it
for me.
right.
Yeah, and that's for everything for me. So.
How long have you been rapping?
I've been rapping probably consistently about 10 years. I think I made it a career about 10 years ago. It was the first thing for me consistently that I kept growing in. I think music was the first thing that made me say, you know what, I want to take this to the next level. You know, one thing I think is a gift for me is I talk and people listen. And I'm happy about that because I've seen people talking and nobody listens. So, you know what I'm saying? I could be excited about that, I guess.
So I know you said you started out, like you're from Killeen, so is that where you started rapping, or you've always been out here in San Antonio?
Nah, I actually started rapping, yes, in Killeen. I was probably in about 7th or 8th grade, you know what I mean, young buck when I started rapping. And I had an older friend who taught me how to write 16s and actually write music, because I would just rap all the time. And I would just write music like on all different sides of the pages, and he was kind of like, you know, rhymes come in verses, and it looks discombobulated, so he just kind of showed me, you know what I'm saying, how to construct my music, and I started rapping probably then. It was a way to tell my story, you know what I'm saying, like everybody got one, so, you know, a lot of people, I had a lot of friends back then, and I remember the first time I rapped in front of them, they were like, they went crazy. I rapped about everything we went through that week, so we had like detention, we had a bunch of stuff that happened that week, and I literally picked everything that we went through that week and I rapped about it, and they went crazy at the playground that we used to meet at. And that feeling of them going crazy and being excited, I never wanted to not have that feeling again. I was like, I want the whole world to feel like that every time I touch a mic.
Did you have any inspirations in rap or any people that you looked up to then, maybe even still now?
Yeah, definitely. My pops and moms was like total music fans, you know what I'm saying? My mom loved Prince. I could tell what type of mood she was in based upon the music she was listening to that morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my dad was a big Pac and Big fan though. And I was big on R&B because of my mom's, and I was big on rap because of my pops. And I would say Big and Pac was definitely an influence. Jay-Z, of course. T.I. was definitely an influence as well. I would say off of just sheer grinding and seeing them come up. In today's music, I would say Meek Mill. You know what I'm saying? Because I was watching YouTubes of him when he was like 13. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say like just an all right influence, but more of like just seeing how if you grind for something, he showed us that you could obtain success in anything if you really grind for it. You know what I mean? Because I remember nappy-headed Meek with the, you know,
looking
YouTube.
at him rapping in the hallways.
You know what I'm saying? So you already know.
Okay, and I mean, you had influences from both sides. I mean, you said R&B and you had rap, like,
definitely,
you know, putting
R&B.
those two worlds together. So it's kind of
and I've always been a fan of the R&B and rap collabs. I love. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to say that. I think like in hip hop for a long time, it was like, we ain't supposed to be in love. We supposed to be like
hard.
on some player shit, some hard shit. But that ain't human. Like, you know what I'm saying? There are people you walk past every day, they in love, and that's cool. You know what I mean? And now all the rappers, now you see them, they in relationships like Jay-Z, Beyonce. Like, it's more cool now. Before that wasn't acceptable. So I think R&B is starting to touch back into hip hop like it used to. That's cool for me.
So how did you hear about the 210 Cypher, and like what made you say I need to be on it?
Actually, DJ Sterling had contacted me when he was getting ready to put it together. It was his idea, and I had been knowing Sterling for years before this, and one thing I had liked about him particularly is that his ambition for something, when he want to do something, he gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing or no one that can stop that. You know what I mean? So I think for me it was like him starting something like this is special. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of talented artists out here who don't have that voice, who want to get out and learn. But then the like artists that are, to me personally, no diss, but the artists that may be established won't give them that chance because they want to stay in their spot or they want to keep going and don't want any distractions, you know what I'm saying? But it's room for everybody, obviously, and stuff like this could really show you that. And it's one of those things too that I want to say is like, y'all ever seen something that became so big and you like, man, I wish I was a part of that when it was just, you know what I'm
small,
saying?
You know,
I seen a documentary on BET the other day when BET at first started, nobody really wanted to jump on it. Now BET worth like $1 zillion. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody like, oh, I want to be a part of BET. That's crazy to me.
So since you're someone that's kind of been in the rap game for a little while, what kind of impact do you think this is going to have in San Antonio with this Cypher?
I think it's going to have more of a shock value. You know what I'm saying? I think that the artists, from a standpoint, if we just being honest and being real, they going to look at it like, what is this? Who is this? You know what I'm saying? They're going to give it that look at first. It's kind of like when you first get on stage. Nobody that's never heard of you, everybody look at you like,
now what are they about to do?
What he about to do? And then when you start spitting and you got a good song and you start killing it, that face turn into, and then it turn into them tapping their friends like, hey, look. And then they all get into it. So I think that's the type of effect this video is gonna have. I think people gonna really look at it like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know these cats was in the tone, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, you know what I mean? Even the ones that they do recognize, I think they'll be like, they'll look at it and be like, man, he was a part of it. I should try to be a part of something, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that people get to a comfortable state of mind where that's too small for me or that's too big for me, you know what I mean? And it's never that, you know what I mean? You always got to think positive, always got to think bigger.
And it's just so interesting because y'all all kind of have like, you know, your own flow. So
different styles,
see it all together.
When I first heard the track, I went crazy.
Yeah, the beat is hard.
Yeah, the beat was hard. And then just hearing all of us, when I got it back, like heard all of us on it, I was like, it's crazy. It's different stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I never seen the faces, so I was more excited to see the faces of who these people were spitting these lyrics, you know what I'm saying? So it was definitely a fun time. I had a great time. Definitely need more stuff like this in the city.
So if you had to pick one song that you have that you want everybody to listen to, what would it be?
Well, right now, the song that's available on iTunes, I got an album that's getting ready to drop called Life, L-Y-F-E, for Live Your Freedom Every Day. I got a song out right now called More Money on all platforms, but the song that I want y'all to get ready to hear is Drop. It's a brand new song. I think if you're from Texas or anywhere in the world, really, but definitely if you're from Texas, you will appreciate this track. You know what I'm saying? But it's a hype track. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? And the best thing I love about it, it's a single. But people that think that that's what the album is gonna be on, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So when you think you contracted,
you have it all figured out.
When you think you have it all figured out, you don't.
So I know you said that's on iTunes, but how can the people reach you? Like, what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is official Highstrung. You can reach me on YouTube at Highstrung Official. You can also reach me on Twitter at Official Strong. I'm available on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? That's Apple Music, Google Play, Shazam, iTunes, anywhere where you can download music, you can find me. You know what I'm saying? I go by Highstrung, Spotify, whatever.
Well, Highstrung, we appreciate you for being here. Thank you for checking in with the 210 Cypher.
Oh yeah, I appreciate y'all having me. Thank you.
Money, more money. I be just trying to get money. Hundreds on hundreds. And I be just trying to get hundreds. 10 racks, 20 racks. Run it up. Another rack, another stack. I'm coming up. Money, more money. I be just trying to get money. Hundreds on hundreds. I be just trying to get hundreds. 10 racks, 20 racks. Run it up. Another rack, another stack. I'm coming up.
It's a fact, more money, more problems. Touch my money and we gon' have problems. Money got these hoes falling like autumn. OG's proud like he learned what we taught him.